some vibration going. They're in your heart and that is you. And if the people find you can fiddle, why fiddle you must for all your life. With a medley of horns, bassoons, and piccolos stirred in my brain by crows and robins, and the creak of a windmill, only these. And I never started to plow in my life, that someone did stop me in the road and take me away to a dance or picnic. I ended up with 40 acres, I ended with a broken fiddle, and a broken laugh and 1,000 memories, and not a single regret. When I was in kindergarten, I would scream Phil Collins at the top of my lungs on the way to and from school every day. I would stand on the tables of my house as a small child carrying my Walkman in nothing but a diaper, making sure I nailed my guitar solo to the sound of Journey for whoever was willing to watch. My mom reminds me of this at every opportunity. As Ray Charles once said, I was born with music inside of me. Music was one of my parts, like my ribs, my kidneys, my livers, my heart, like my blood. It was a force already when I arrived on the scene. It was a necessity for me, like food or water. I began to play in coffee shops, perform in talent shows, and be involved with band classes in the public school system. And I started to notice that musicians were crazy. I often wondered, was I a product of my hobby of playing music, or am I and people like me the reason that music exists? To answer these questions, I focused my research on the predisposition that causes a person to become a part of the music-making in-group, music's effect on the cognition of that same person, and the potential lifeline created between music, myself, my in-group, and the rest of the world. Was I born to play the fiddle? Throughout my life, I have yearned for musical intervention. Music is a part of my heart, and therefore it is me. Though I've never played the fiddle, I have a deep, inseparable connection with the fiddler. This has been made possible by our shared investment in music. But beyond playing music, our connection is solidified by the personality we were born with and the special circumstances we were born into and grow up with. Kristen McClellan typifies this idea through her research that musical students are significantly more likely to be intuitive, feeling, and perceiving than the general population of the Myers-Briggs type indicator. In addition to these three personality traits, there is a proven correlation between musicians and the traits of openness to experience and conscientiousness in a research conducted by the Department of Psychology at the University of Toronto. It appears that music students are more alike than are different, is an idea that seems to be throughout all of my work. This research is important because it is essentially an extension of myself. I've taken the Myers-Briggs indicator test, and my results prove the same as a study by Kristen McClellan. I also feel as if I have high openness to experience and conscientiousness. These personality trends do not only reflect my own life, but the life of the musician, and serve to validate the connection that I have felt with other musicians in terms of personality. Now, connection through personality is a powerful thing, but there are even more factors that connect musicians. Among children, duration of music lessons was associated with age, socioeconomic status, family, income, and parents' education, duration of non-musical extracurricular activities, IQ, and school performance. This is striking to me because my identity as a musician may have been brought about by existing factors that are beyond the realms of my control. I was born to a middle-class home with highly educated parents, and my school performance was ranked higher than most of my peers as a child. One factor I could control was my heavy investment in non-musical extracurricular activities. Yes, I may have been in Boy Scouts, played sports perennially, and devoted much of my time to playing with my armada of rambunctious friends within the confines of our imaginations, but I never knew that those activities would influence my decision to play music. Even more puzzling than the effect of those factors on my proposed predisposition to play music is the predicted path of my involvement with music based on many of those same factors. Among adults, those with higher IQs, better educated parents, and higher openness to experience studied music longer. Only 3 factors had the ability to predict my later involvement with music. That's powerful and kind of bewildering. Even so, my newly discovered connections to my in-group by my personality, socioeconomic background, school performance, and even my parents' education has led me to be enlightened that it was not by coincidence at all that I became a musician. I was born to play the fiddle. I am Fiddler Jones. I ended up with 40 acres, I ended with a broken fiddle, and a broken laugh and 1,000 memories, and not a single regret. Though my ability to play music will wither, and the instruments themselves will break with time, the effects of music on my own life will forever stand as a testament. Music may be the most present connection between us musicians, but the laughs, memories, and effects of music stem beyond the existential nature of a single time and place. A fiddler can always buy a new fiddle, but they cannot buy or recreate how music has transformed their life. I have played music and will continue to play for years to come without a single regret because of the positive effects of music on my cognition. may not be a perfect product of the music I play yet. Understanding the latent reality that music can change me makes me more and more invested in playing music in my own group. Research found within the Consciousness and Cognition Journal surmises that playing music seems to foster higher levels of mind-brain development. It is also noted in my research that there is an evidence of neurobiological changes produced by long-term musical training. The power of music not only brings members of my in-group together, it physically shapes us to think on a new platform, making my membership more enriching than just a sense of community. My research also notes that there are structural and functional changes that happen to musicians over time, which include but are not limited to enhanced visual and auditory processing, superior visual and verbal memory, increased ability to divide attention, and enhanced visuospatial abilities. This research is only further quantified by Frederick Travis, Harold Perung, and Von Lagrossen, who conclude that playing music fosters higher levels of brain development in several different domains, especially in processing abilities. This is where my research allows a musician's life to make a full circle, from the birth of a fiddler to a broken fiddle. While music serves as a catalyst for change within the mind of a musician, what is the importance of understanding this? That answer lies in the life of the musician, and how the effects of music on the musician should be applied to the general population, not just members of the musician in-group. That is the power of understanding the fiddle. That is the power of music. A potentially enjoyable activity such as learning to sing or play a musical instrument can have a beneficial side effect on cognitive functioning. The unity of people, he said, is a unity of attitude of tolerance and love, not a unity of uniformity. Everyone is different, I understand that. Not everyone is born to be a musician, but we can be unified in our understanding of the raw power of music and its potential to transform the world. We can be divided in how we are defined as human beings, but establish unity in the way that we love and strive to change the world for the better. All it takes is understanding. Could music be that lifeline? Ask a Fiddler Jones.